Hey guys, come on in. I'm Julie with Nothing is Wasted Designs, and I'm going to do some experimenting tonight. So I'm not quite sure how everything is going to turn out. I'm going to take a 6x6 canvas panel, just a panel. These are, they're pretty sturdy. They're good for, like, if you want to, what's the word? If you want to add resin, they're nice and sturdy so that the canvas doesn't sag. And anyway, I had painted over this. This was something else that I did that I didn't like the way it turned out, so I painted over this. And what I want to do today is I have this whole bag of, hey Jody, I do machine embroidery. I haven't done it since I started, with my craft page. But I have all this left over, what is it called? It's for machine embroidery. I can't think of. It's like interfacing. It feels like interfacing, but it's not. It gives a backing to like whatever project that you are working on. And I saw somebody working with tissue paper the other day, and then I saw this. It's been hanging around, and I thought, I'm just going to play with this and see where it goes and see if it's something that I can use in place of tissue paper. I kind of want the wrinkles in it, but I'm telling y'all, I have like a whole bag of this stuff. And before I do that, I want to give everybody a tip for cleaning your paintbrushes, okay? This is going to be my tip. And the reason why I'm telling you in the beginning is because I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to need a paintbrush, and I'm going to need to clean it. Let's see if I can find it. I think it was this one. Okay, I had a stencil brush that I put in a Ziploc bag, and I forgot about it, and the acrylic paint had from about, I don't know, maybe about a ½ inch down on the brush, it had dried hard, and I literally threw the Ziploc bag and the brush in the trash. And then I remembered that, maybe about a year ago, I was on YouTube and somebody had talked about using Murphy's oil soap to clean brushes. And I thought, well, this brush is already in the trash. What do I have to lose, right? So and I have what is this, like a ½ a gallon or something? No, it's a gallon. This is a full gallon. And I hardly ever use it. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put a little bit, whoa, I don't need that much. It does not take much. I'm telling y'all, this does not take much. You just really need to get the tip of your brush in there. That's still more than I need. So but anyway, so I asked my nephew if he would get it down because it was on a top shelf and I don't have the strength to bring it down. And so, literally, y'all, these bristles were so hard. I thought, I don't even want to mess with this. I've got some extra brushes. I'm just going to throw them away. Hey, Amanda, come on in. And I thought, well, so I dug this out of the trash, and then I let it soak overnight. And after I pulled it out of the Murphy's oil soap, I was like, oh my gosh, this stuff does work. And hope you're having a good night, Jody. Anyway, so then the second part was I took a fork and I put it through the bristles to kind of break up the acrylic paint, and I could see the hard, just small pieces coming to the surface. And then I just kept taking a fork and putting through it. Well, the gal I wished I could remember who I learned this from so that I could give her name, but she said that she uses a knit comb, which is, for lice. Well, I couldn't find a knit comb, so I got a flea comb, And what that will do is that'll kind of go through real fine. So I started with the fork, and I did pretty well with the fork, but the you can see, I don't know if y'all can see the bristles. The fork is good. I'm not sure that the flea, what's this called? Flea comb is, it's really kind of fine. So you would want to get down to, all right, let me get to a different brush. All right, so let's take one of these brushes here. Oh yeah. Okay, and let's just say, and it would be wet, and you can see how the bristles will come through there, and what you can do is you can scrape some of that paint that's in between those bristles. You can get it out in there. Well, so I had another brush, I kid you not, I used it for, what do you call it, some of my foil adhesive, and I thought, oh, well, that was a mistake because I kind of ruined that brush. And I don't know if y'all can see this or not, but I put it in there. Let me see if I can bring this in here. I put the brush in the, all right, watch this. Can you see how soft it is now? It's kind of hard to tell, but you can feel it. Let's see if I do it this way, if I can do it this way. There you go. See how soft it is now? And I thought I had ruined this brush, and y'all know that I'm always using, let me pull you back. I'm always using my, these mini essential stencil brushes. These have turned out to be my favorite. Well, so I went through, after I found that those worked really well, I went through and like my other brushes, and this one's really not too bad. It's still kind of soft, but it can use a little bit of extra release. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and I'm going to just let this sit in the Murphy's oil soap, and I'm going to set that off to the side. And I'm telling y'all, this is a game changer for me because I usually use Scrubby by Dixie Belle, and I love Scrubby. And it has like a citrus smell. You can either get lemon lime, or you can get orange citrus or something like that. I have a gallon of this Murphy's oil soap, and as far as I'm concerned, it's free because it's been in my cabinet for, gosh, I don't know how long. But it brought back, I really expected to throw this brush away. And let's see if I can show you. You can see how soft it is? I mean, it is like softer than I think it was when I first got it. So it conditions the brush. I'm going to put that one out of the way. It conditions the brush and gets the paint out of it. Murphy's oil soap. Who knew? So you heard that tip from me here. Then spread the word that it is an inexpensive way to keep. I know, Jody, it's a game changer. And I got a gallon of this stuff, and look, I only use like, this is probably maybe a quarter of a cup. And so what I will do is I will just let this sit overnight. And then in the morning, I will kind of push down on the bristles, and I can already see stuff coming out of it. And so what I'll do is I'll just take and I'll press this down, and then I'll take and just kind of swirl it along the side so that the Murphy's oil can get back up in there. And I'm hoping that I can free up some extra paint that's dried up way up in the, I don't know what it's called, the ferrule or something like that. That might be the wrong word, but so I'm just going to let that sit. I'm going to let that sit overnight, and I'm going to let it sit while we're working. And then what I want to do is I want to take, now see, so now I'm not like worried about using glue on my brushes or anything, because I know that, hey Cindy, I know that I can take this Murphy's oil soap and, I mean, y'all, this is like, see, I can already see just this little bit of this being sitting in the Murphy's oil. that I can already see where the bristles have more flexibility to them. So Murphy's oil soap to clean your brushes. It's a game changer for me. I literally pulled a brush out of the trash to see if this was going to work, and it did. So I'm convinced. All right, so I think I want to work with this stencil, Hello Fall. I'm thinking about maybe doing it along the side and the bottom, and then coming back and putting a pumpkin on here or something. I don't know, we'll see. But I can't remember who was it who. Someone that's a crafter. I'll have to try and remember who it was. Outcast Crafter, Rosa with Outcast Crafter. She was playing with tissue paper, and I thought, well, I haven't done anything with tissue paper in a while. I'd like to do something with tissue paper. Well, then I found this embroidery. I can't remember what it is. It's like a base layer when you machine embroidery. And I haven't machine embroidered, y'all, in probably almost 4 years. So I'm not even going to paint over this because I'm going to play with this. This is just going to be kind of like, and remember I was telling y'all about our creativity is when we're in an open mind, and so, or open mode, I should say. So I'm going to just see what happens here. We're gonna give this a go, and I'm going to take a brush. And I want this to be kind of wrinkly, so I'm not going to worry about how I lay it down. And then I want to see how well this paints over top of it. And I don't know, we might be happening upon a new idea. Cindy, what's the name of this stuff that we use for the bottom for when we machine embroidery? I can't remember the name of it. It's been a while since I've done anything with it, and my mind is just, I've got tons of it. I've got all different forms of machine. Oh, I can't think of what it's called. What's it called, Cindy? Help me out. All right, so I'm going to just put a layer of Mod Podge on here. Now, I'm still, even though I'm going to be working with the Murphy's oil paint, soap, not paint, but soap, I'm still going to put my brushes in water first and kind of clean them out a little bit before I put them, and then after I clean them a little bit, then I'll put them in the Murphy's oil soap and see what I get. All right, so I'm going to just take and just put some Mod Podge on this. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lay this on here. And I kind of want to get wrinkles, so I'm going to intentionally kind of smash this down and see what I can do. I don't want real tall wrinkles, but I do want wrinkles. And we'll probably, just like we do with, all right, so we've got some wrinkles on here. Y'all, if this turns out to work, I'm going to be doing lots of projects with it because I'm telling you, I got a whole bag of these scraps, and I need to use them up. I keep hanging on to them thinking I'm going to do something with them, and then I don't. And this may end up being a game changer because this has texture to it too. So I put Mod Podge on the bottom, and now I'm putting Mod Podge on the top. And we're going to kind of glue this down, see what we get. And then I'm hoping that I'll be able to take and stencil on top of this. So this is just an experimental evening, and I've been wanting to do this, and I don't do a whole lot offline unless like I have a, oh boy, ooh, okay, so, all right, this must be water based, where, because this is starting to break up. All right, all right, this may not work. I may not be able to use this because it's starting to fall apart. But we'll see. Let's dry it and see what we get. Maybe that will add to the texture, having holes in it, huh? We're going to just go with it. I have no, what's the word I want to use? I have no outcome in mind. So, but this has got, you can see this is like eating right on through here. I got to go back and look this stuff up because I haven't. This, like, if you put water on it, this must be like the kind that dissolves when you put water on it, because it's definitely doing that. But that'll make it so that it there's tear away, and then there's wash away, and this must be the wash away. All right, so I'm going to take just a small piece of this. And put it on this corner where I didn't quite have enough, and just kind of layer it. So we'll see how it works if we layer this. Tear away, water soluble. Yep. But what's it called? Like if you were going to go to the store and buy it, what is it called? Embroidery. It's like the stuff that you put down underneath your fabric so that it gives it some stability. Stabilizer, that's what it is. This is a stabilizer. That's the word I'm looking for. I just needed to keep talking. All right, so yep, we got holes in this, but you know what? We're gonna say that this is going to add to the final outcome, right? Yep, this is gonna just tear right away. All right, we got it. All right, let me dry this, and then we'll see if we can sand it. It would be kind of interesting to see what happens. So it may end up that for all of y'all that like the above, tear away, water soluble, stabilizer. There you go. I knew you would know. So we're gonna dry this. I've never used this for this kind of project, so we're gonna see what happens, y'all. And I intentionally left the painted surface below so that I can see just another dimension of how this is going to turn out. I mean, the stabilizer is really just kind of basically glue. Boy, it's like shrinking up big time. You can see it shrinking up on the sides. So that might create, that's going to be kind of neat because that's going to create another kind of texture. So I'm kind of expecting to see some, I love doing textures. I know, and you do a great job with it, Cindy. So this might be something you can use with your scrap stabilizer. I do like the way that it shrinks up when the heat hits it. Because you could I could take and shrink it up, and we might do one of those too. Got kind of a puffy look to it. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But when I heat this up, it just shrinks right up. It may have to be something that I All right, let me turn this off for right now. It may have to be something that has to maybe cure overnight. I don't know. We're gonna find out here. I don't know. It's pretty hard. All right, let me show y'all. Okay, let me show y'all. See if you can see. Okay, this is what it looks like. See where the holes are? So that's a texture. And then if you look, oh, let's see here. All right, let me pull y'all in here because it's too far away. All right, so you can see how it's all wrinkly over here from where the heat drew it up and kind of like melted it. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, let me push y'all back. Sorry. Close your eyes if that's gonna make you dizzy. All right, so I'm gonna take my little sander thing, a little micro sander or whatever it's called, micro tool. All right, and let's see if we can sand this off of here. Yep, we can. This must be a water soluble. Oh, this is kind of neat. This is like really, really glossy. I need to do something on this corner over here. I don't like this corner. It needs to be covered. So I think what I wanted, maybe what I'll do, I'm just playing, y'all. I have nothing, zilch ideas in mind. I just really wanted to play with this stabilizer because I have like a whole bag of it to see. Surely there has to be something that I can do with it, and so that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a new idea. I like this. This is kind of neat. I like the fact that I also left the paint behind it so that it gives it, all right. It's like, it's really, I don't even know how to describe it. It looks wet, but it's not. It goes back and it hardens back up. Just take your sander just like you would with decoupage. All right, I think I got a new toy, y'all. We'll see. That's how we find new things, right? I did a with Inspired by Grace, and on my page there is a live that I did where I talked about John Cleese, C-L-E-E-S-E, and he talks about how our creativity, there are two forms that our thinking is in. It's in the open mode and the closed mode. And when we're in the open mode, that's the creative side that we have. All right, let me just, this is kind of fuzzy looking. Looks like a dust bunny. Okay, this is kind of interesting. All right, so I think what I want to do, oops, I mean, it is like really, really gluey, y'all. Look at that. You see that? Isn't that cool looking? All right, so I think I want to take and put just a small piece of this over on the side. And I don't want it to be, I want it to kind of be organic. Oh, you know what? It's going to take me forever to use all of this up. Let's take this piece that's already kind of bunched up. Okay. All right, so this is what I'm learning so far. All right, let me see if I can show you all this piece. See how it's all wrinkly? I like that. So I think in the future when I use this, what I will do is I will heat it up first. And you know what? I got another one of these that I can put on top of it. So my mind's going a lot of different directions, y'all. So you're going to just cut this on here, or off of here. Move that out of the way. And I'm going to just I want to cut this feathery edge off. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I wanted to keep it. And I want to just do a small piece on this corner. And I think I'm going to do it across the corner. We're just playing. All we're doing is playing and experimenting. and seeing what we're going to get. So anything is possible, right? All right, so there is that. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and I'm going to kind of just put this across this corner. It's all thick and bunched up. Now I don't know how this is going to work with a stencil, but we're going to find out here in just a minute. I think what I want to do is I want to put some leaves. I want to stencil some leaves in the background and then put Hello Fall. Okay, I want this to kind of marry in with that. Let's see if I can get this to, yep. All right, so this is water, wash away. That's what I want to say. This is wash away so that when it gets wet, it'll break down. And so I'm just gonna, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use the property that this is gonna break down to kind of blend into what is already there. And this is gonna end up being kind of a high corner, it looks like, but that's okay. It's, all right, so we're gonna do it with, I'm gonna go ahead and dry this. And see how it's bunching up? Can y'all see that? The heat is just really making it a lot smaller. That means I can use up more of it sooner, right? I have to be careful because it's bubbling too. But you can see it. This heat gun is just shrinking it right on up. Look at that, I can just pull it right away from the, I can pull this right off of here. It's kind of just like glue. All right, I'm just gonna tear it off of there. Okay, all right, so now we got, all right, I think we're on to something, y'all. All right, see that there in the corner? So now what we have, hey Kathy, so now what we have is we have, I mean, it's like glue. It just feels like glue. I mean, I know we put Mod Podge on it and everything. All right, I think I'm on to something new, but look how much that bunched up. It went from, let's see if I can get us, oh, here's a piece right here. It went from looking flat like this to being all wrinkled. Oops. I mean, it is like almost solid there. And it's hard. So we could like add different textures with this. Okay, I think we're on to something, y'all. All right, so I don't think I need... All right, now, for those of you who are just hopping on, remember that, you know, for cleaning our brushes, I found out that Murphy's Oil Soap is a remarkable cleaner. So if you're looking for a way to clean your brushes and you think that your brushes are all used up, then, all right, let's see what we got here. They're not, okay? It will bring them back. All right, so this is what I think I want to do. Do I want to... I think I'm going to leave this background on here, and I'm going to take, and we're going to do some fall leaves. Let's see, let's get some colors on. I should have done that first. All right, let's go with some golden, some yellow, some burnt orange. This is like a warm sunset. And let's get some red in here. This one looks good. Actually, I think I've got a red. This one, I want to use this red up. We're going to use that one. And then we're going to need black. So let's get black out, because that's what we're going to do our words in. And let's see, red, orange, yellow, maybe some brown. Let's get a little bit of brown in here. What is this? That's a plum. Let's grab some brown, a little bit of brown. let's get this color here. Cinnamon stick. Okay. All right, so let's grab one of our brushes. We know now that we can clean these no matter what. And then we're going to grab a piece of cardboard. Now, I did see somebody said don't use paper with your paint because it absorbs the water in your paint, but I'm not paying attention to that because I find that this cardboard is, hey Pam, I use it all the time because I just have so much of it from everything that comes in. All right, so I'm going to put some leaves in the background. I'm just playing. If you're just hopping on, all I'm doing is playing and experimenting tonight, and with no expectations of the final outcome, which is not too far from what I normally do anyway. But at least when I'm doing a project, I do expect to come to some kind of conclusion. Tonight, I have no idea what's going to happen. All right, here we go. Got a little bit of red, a little bit of yellow. I probably need to get a brush for each one of these. I started out with, ooh, that is really sticky. I started out with a surface that I had painted over something, and then I added some embroidery stabilizer, some Mod Podge, and this is what we're working with. So we're gonna take these brushes, and let's see, let me get a couple of these here. I am so excited about my new find with Murphy's Oil soap to clean my brushes. Like, see, this one's got some stiff areas. So when I'm done with this, all of these are going to go in the Murphy's Oil. All right, so I want to put Hello. That's going to go in black. And we're going to do Fall down here. And then I'm thinking I want to add a pumpkin in here. But I want to add, all right, so I'm just going to take, and I'm going to take some yellow. No idea how this is going to work together. I'm going to load my brush, and then I'm going to offload it. And as I'm offloading it, what that does is it pushes the paint up into the bristles. All right, we're going to see what we're going to get here, y'all. All right, so I'm going to do a combination. All right, so there's yellow. I'm going to add a little bit of orange also. I'm going to do a combination of colors and see what we get. Okay. I'm just going to kind of, no rhyme or reason. And then I'm going to throw a little bit of red in here. I'm going to load and offload. I am so excited that, all right, let's see what this does. Oh, that's cool. All right, so this is what we have. So that's one leaf. And then we're going to just keep going along and putting some leaves on here. And, oh, I did it again. Why do I always do that, y'all? All right, let me move this off to the side. Move that off of there. All right, so I guess I'm doing red on this now. So I'm gonna do some red, some yellow, some orange, and some mixed leaves. Oh, if I do that, oh, I think I got paint on my, I think I'm gonna just do the leaves along the side because I wanted to put a pumpkin in here. Okay, there's some yellow, some red, and we're gonna go in here with some orange. Let's turn this, I'm going to turn them different directions. No rhyme or reason of what I'm doing. I'm just kind of just going with the project to see what happens. It's sticky. It is sticky. That's kind of cute. All right, so look at what we have so far. And I'm just going to work my way around here. And I may not put a pumpkin on here. I may just put... All right, let me get another one of these brushes out, y'all. I may just put... all right, let's get some yellow. Probably should dry this in between, but like I said, I just am playing and want to see how this is going to turn out. Okay. All right, let me get this yellow dry. And then I also, all right, so this one needs to be red down here. And I'm going to have these going off of the canvas. We're going to go ahead and cover, maybe leave a little bit on there. Okay. Show you what I have, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna bring, I think I want to bring some red over here on this side. So that it kind of frames the canvas. There we go. Leaving some areas in between. And we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do, let's see, that's got orange, so let's do, looks like we're going to get predominantly, I need some brown in here. Maybe some gold. Let's try some gold. All right, I'm going to get a different brush. Push this up into the bristles. And some of the red on the stencil is mixing with this gold. That's good. It gives us some more dimension, some more colors. All right, so this is what we have. I'm just going to go along the edge and just kind of fill these spots in, trying not to. All right, going to go with the gold and a little bit of gold and a little bit of this yellow. Offloading. This is one of the things that I tell y'all over and over again is just, all right, look at that. So it kind of looks like sky behind it. And we're going to just keep going. As I tell y'all, you know, just give yourself room to mess up and then try something different. I think I'm going to go ahead and fill all of this in. So let me get, what color do I want here? I think I want to get a little bit of brown in here. Let me get some brown. And let me grab another brush. These brushes, y'all, I'm telling you, these are the mini brushes from Essential Stencil. And if you use my code, Nothing is Wasted, you will get a 10% discount. But these brushes are phenomenal. They are probably some of my favorites. These little mini brushes. All right, let's see what this does. All right, so that adds another color, kind of a rust color. I'm liking it. It seems like the red is the color that is popping the most on this. So I'm going to go in here and get some more red. I'm kind of glad, well, I actually am glad that I left the background on this. I was going to paint it white, but now I'm glad that I didn't. All right. See what we have? We're just going to have a bunch of leaves on here. And then we're going to put Hello Fall. All right, this one here. We're going to put Hello Fall along the sides. And like I said, this stabilizer that I put, oh, I am liking this, y'all. All right, so I think I'm going to put this brown color down here at the bottom. Boy, that's thick there. I'm going to do it over here first. Actually, I think I'm going to do some orange. I'm going to do some more orange. How fun is this? All right, here we go. Going to go off the edge. I have found Renee with Flip Flop Furnishings. I love to watch her work because she's just a really keep it simple artist, but yet, all right, that looks good. Her pieces always speak loudly. All right, so let's do another orange one, and I'm going to do that over. I'll do that over here, and I'm just going to mix these colors, y'all. Just whatever I feel like doing. Okay. Well, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Okay, and then down here, I feel like we need some maybe yellow and brown. So let me grab some yellow. You know, just let the canvas dictate what you need where. Okay, and so what's happening is some of this paint, while it's still wet, is coming off, and it's blending, and it's just making it look like, oh, I'm loving this. Okay, all right, and then I'm going to put maybe a couple here. What do I want here? Maybe orange, 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 orange. I think I want another red one. I love the red, y'all. I love the red. And then we will use black to make the words pop. There we go. And I think I need some, let's see what color I want. Do I want more brown? I like this. I like this. I need one color here, and I think it needs to be yellow. So I'm going to let this dry a little bit. Right there. And we're going to add some just yellow. There we go. It's kind of a brown color because it's mixing with all the other colors, but that's okay. That is okay. Maybe that's the color that needed to go there. We'll see. All right, I'm going to use up a little bit of this yellow. See what we got. That looks good. Okay, so this is what we have. This has been fun. All right, let me get these brushes out of the way. And the next brush that I'm going to need, I'm going to put these in my water so I can get some of the paint out of there. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to come in here with the black. Okay, let me show you what we have. Oops, let me make sure this is going to be the top. And we're going to take the lamp black. Let's see, that's gloss. I don't want the gloss. I mean, I could use it, but I just want the lamp black. And I don't think I'm going to need this, but I'm going to put it off to the side just so I don't stick my project in it. And we're going to go with the black. We don't need a whole lot of this, just a little teeny tiny bit. And we're going to load, and then we're going to offload. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, and I'm going to put hello up here at the top. And and go right across this. Let me put a piece of tape on here. Y'all, I cannot tell you how much I love this desk, this IKEA desk that I have now. It has been a game changer for me to be able to organize everything. All right, here we go. I'm gonna just stick that. Oh, it's kind of crooked. All right, we're gonna do that one there. All right, let's come in here, load and offload. Little bit of a raised area, so I'm trying to be a little bit careful. So that I don't get anything underneath the stencil. All right, that looks good. Okay, there's hello. And then we're going to turn this sideways, and we're going to put fall down here at the bottom. Kind of center this. Okay, it looks like we're going to have to make that leaf black because it's going to mix. All right, here we go. We're going to load, and then we're going to offload. And I might need just a little bit more. All right, here we go, y'all. Loving these little mini brushes, for sure. And I'm going to go ahead and do the leaf too, because otherwise it's not going to show up. Make sure y'all can see what I'm doing. And I like to go from the edge of the design into the middle of the design. Now you could do this on a like a raised canvas also. And then the other thing is if you did that, you could put leaves along the sides. You could make it less busy on the top and just put leaves along the outside of it. That would be really cool. Okay. All right, here we go. Just kind of filling this in. All right, here we go. I like it. I like it. I like it. All right, this is what we have, y'all. What do you think? It seems like we need something right in here, but I think I'm going to leave it because I'm afraid that if I put too much on there, it's going to be too busy. All right, so all we did was we took some embroidery, machine embroidery stabilizer, and added it to the background that was already painted because I had painted over it. And then we added we added Mod Podge and glued, and then a top layer of Mod Podge, and then we dried it, and then we stenciled the leaves on here, and then stenciled the Hello Fall, and there we go. So we've got the leaves of fall, and I don't normally do fall stuff in the summertime because I kind of like the beach theme. But I didn't know what I was going to go with, and I thought that I could use a variety of different colors. So I like the way this turned out. It turned out pretty cool. And you could use this as like a little shelf sitter. The other thing is that, you know, we could go along the edges with, you know, maybe some like a dark color, and kind of dry brush it to fill that paint in. So let me just show you what I'm talking about. Let me get, what brush do I want to use? I'm going to use this brush here. Let's see. All right, so let me get myself a little bit more paint. I'll show you what I'm talking about. You could do this with ink. You don't have to do this with paint, but I'm going to do it with paint. And I'm going to just kind of go along the edge here and give this a little bit of a framing. Just a smidgen, and then I'm going to come up here on the top. All right, same thing on this side. I'm gonna do the edges, and then I'll come back and I'll do the top side of this. Just kind of going along the edge. I'm gonna do the same thing over here, kind of like burnt leaves. And do the same thing on this side. You can use ink with, you know, your ink. All right, let's see. We're going to just kind of go along the edge, and I'm going to do one more, the last side. Just give it a little bit more of a finished look. You could have left it alone and not done anything to it, and it would have looked fine. But this is going to kind of give it an edge and kind of draw your eyes in towards the center. Okay, it looks like a little bit. All right, so this is just one more look that that we can have with this. And we could keep going. I mean, you know how it is. We can keep going, right? All right, so hello, fall. This is an essential stencil piece, and hope I've inspired y'all to try something new. I have a whole bag of this machine embroidery stabilizer. So I think I'm going to put it to good use, and we'll see where it goes. Y'all have a great night. I will be on Monday at 5 o'clock with a farm-themed event that I'm in with Grace Creations. I hope y'all can join me, and I hope y'all have a good rest of the weekend. I will be fellowshipping with my brothers and sisters in the body of Christ tomorrow, and so I will not be on. Love y'all. Jesus loves you more. And I hope you have a great rest of the weekend. I'm Julie with Nothing is Wasted Designs. Bye, y'all.